Welcome back to the Chad DiMera channel. We need to talk about EJ DiMera because the man has completely lost his grip on reality. According to the latest jaw-dropping spoilers, EJ is on a warpath, and 2 bodies are expected to drop very soon. That's right, Salem's resident wannabe Stefano is taking his thirst for vengeance to lethal new extremes. A lot of fans think EJ is just blowing off steam, but I'm telling you, he is fully transforming into the monster his mother Susan Banks warned us about. He is wearing Stefano's ring, he is sitting behind that desk, and he is ready to play judge, jury, and executioner. But who is on EJ's hit list? Let's be real for a second, he has a lot of enemies, but the top 2 targets are none other than his own sister, Kristen DiMera, and the family's legacy mad scientist, Dr. Wilhelm Rolf. And honestly, I have a lot of feelings about this. Let's start with target number 1, the absolute menace herself, Kristen DiMera. Can you believe the sheer audacity of this woman? We recently found out that Kristen is the mastermind behind Sophia Choi's deranged attempt on Johnny DiMera's life. Sophia trapped Johnny in his apartment, doused him with pepper spray, and literally lit a match. And why? Because Kristen manipulated a vulnerable, traumatized teenager into doing her dirty work, all to exact revenge on EJ. But here's the kicker. EJ figured it out. He put the pieces together in the most brilliant, slow burn way possible. Johnny remembered that Sophia somehow knew about Chanel's trip to the aquarium, and then Lonnie Price Grant casually mentioned that Kristen had asked her to pick up a specific stuffed animal from that exact same aquarium. Boom! The puzzle pieces clicked. EJ realized his own sister orchestrated the near death of his son. And let me tell you, I am absolutely here for EJ wiping that smug smile off Kristen's face. If we look back at Kristen's psychological profile over the last 5 to 10 years, this is classic textbook Kristen. She has 0 boundaries when it comes to family. Remember when she stole Teresa Donovan's baby right out of her womb? Or when she kidnapped Sarah Horton and stashed her on an island, parading around in those ridiculous latex masks. Kristen is a deeply broken, unhinged individual who operates purely on toxic jealousy and a desperate need for control. The absolute worst part of this current storyline is the sickening hypocrisy she is displaying with her daughter Rachel. Kristen actually had the nerve to comfort Rachel over Sophia's supposed death, completely hiding the fact that she was the one who bashed Sophia's head in with a rock and had her thugs dump the body in the river. It is pure evil. I think EJ taking her out would be the ultimate poetic justice. But knowing Kristen, she is like a cockroach. She always survives. And you won't believe what happens next. Just as EJ is about to unleash his lethal wrath on Kristen, who walks in to interrupt our beloved Chad DiMera. Thank God for Chad. I will passionately defend Chad until the day I die, because he is the only person in that mansion with a functioning moral compass. Chad stepping in right at that moment is such a classic soap opera cliffhanger, but it also highlights the stark contrast between the 2 brothers. Let's take a moment to really appreciate Chad's evolution. Over the past 10 years, we've watched Chad go from a struggling youngest son trying to escape his father's shadow to the ultimate protector of the DiMera name. When Abigail was murdered, Chad could have easily spiraled into the same dark, vengeful territory that EJ occupies right now. But he didn't. He chose his children. He chose sanity. Chad standing between EJ and Kristen isn't just about stopping a murder. It's a symbolic line in the sand. Chad is telling EJ that he does not get to turn their home into a slaughterhouse. Chad's interruption might have saved Kristen's life for a split second, but EJ's rage is not going to just evaporate. EJ is going to finish what he started, and I genuinely fear that Chad might get caught in the crossfire of this toxic sibling rivalry. Now, let's pivot to target number 2 on EJ's hit list, Dr. Wilhelm Rolf. This is where the story gets incredibly dark and heartbreaking. We all know Rolf has been the DiMera family's loyal lapdog for decades. He is the mad scientist behind the mind control chips the Princess Gina transformations, and the resurrection serums that have plagued Salem for years. But his latest experiment has gone catastrophically wrong. EJ forced Rolf to use the untested Versavix serum to bring Lexie Carver back from the dead. At first, it seemed like a miracle. Abe Carver got his true love back, and Theo got his mother. But the miracle is turning into a nightmare. The lab rat that received the same serum has died again. Lexie is suffering from severe neurological symptoms, headaches, and weakness. The cure is failing, and Lexie is going to die a second time. This is exactly why I think EJ's God complex is his biggest fatal flaw. He played God with his sister's life, and now she is paying the ultimate price. Lexie is furious, Abe is absolutely shattered, and EJ is desperately looking for a scapegoat. And who better to blame than Dr. Rolf? EJ is going to decide that Rolf has lost his touch, that his science is flawed, and that he is nothing but a liability. In EJ's twisted mind, if Lexie has to die, then the man who failed to save her permanently needs to die too. But let's take a trip down memory lane. Rolf is the same man who brought EJ back from the dead after he was shot by Clyde Weston. Rolf restored EJ to his family. The sheer arrogance of EJ deciding to execute the man who gave him a second chance at life is astounding. It shows just how far gone EJ really is. He doesn't value loyalty, he only values results, and when the results fail, he turns into a lethal dictator. What do you guys think? Is EJ actually going to pull the trigger on Dr. Rolf? I'm telling you, it's definitely a strong possibility, but Rolf is a slippery character. I wouldn't be surprised if Rolf has some sort of dead man switch. Maybe a final, lethal contingency plan that will expose all of EJ's dirty corporate secrets with DiMera Pharmaceuticals and the tainted core seal drugs that killed Sarah's patient, Destiny. If EJ kills Rolf, he might accidentally detonate a bomb that destroys his entire life. And honestly, I think EJ deserves it. He has been terrorizing Gwen, threatening Xander, and manipulating Cat Green's ISA investigation. His hubris is off the charts, and a massive downfall is exactly what this storyline needs to reset the balance of power in Salem. Let's weave in some fan theories here, because the chat boards have been absolutely lighting up with predictions. A lot of fans think EJ is going to successfully kill Kristen, but I'm telling you, it's definitely going to be a massive plot twist fake out. Kristen is the absolute queen of the fake death. Remember when she supposedly fell out of a window in Italy? Or when she was blown up in a fiery explosion? If EJ tries to kill her, Kristen will absolutely use it to her advantage. She will disappear, let EJ take the fall for her murder, and then return months later to steal his company out from under him. As for Dr. Rolf, if he dies, who is going to manage the resurrection pods? There is a massive fan theory that Abigail Deveraux is actually alive and stashed in one of those pods. If EJ kills Rolf, the secret of Abigail's survival might die with him, and that would be the ultimate tragedy for Chad. The stakes are astronomically high, and every single move EJ makes right now is a ticking time bomb waiting to obliterate the entire canvas. The psychological damage this is going to inflict on the younger generation is staggering. Think about Rachel Black. She is already terrified of ending up in Bayview. And if she loses her mother, even if her mother is a total psycho, it is going to destroy her fragile mental state. Think about Theo Carver, who has to watch his mother die all over again because of EJ's arrogance and Rolf's failing science. This isn't just about corporate takeovers or who gets to sit in the big chair at DiMera Enterprises. This is about the fundamental destruction of human lives for the sake of one man's ego. And through it all, Chad DiMera is going to have to be the anchor. He is going to have to step up, claim his rightful place as the true leader of the family, and protect the innocent people of Salem from his brother's blood-soaked wrath. I cannot wait to see how this all plays out.